Hey, Mark here. Welcome to Friendship Shaving. This week I've got a lovely Mühle R41 to show you, and I'll be shaving with this for the first time. Now, rather strangely, 3 of the 4 channels that I normally watch have also, in the last week or so, done a shave with the Mühle R41. It's like something has been calling us to use this razor. I'll also be using Cynthia again today, and I've got a lovely soap from TFS, Tcheon Fung Sing, and it's their Pro range Eucalyptus and Menthol soap. I'll be using that. I've got a Voskhod blade in the R41, but it's one that's on its 3rd use. I wanted to go with a blade that I knew, and it wasn't a new blade, seeing as I was using such an aggressive razor. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Look at that. So, I'll rinse my face and we'll get started. Back in a mo. Pop my glasses on again so I can see you. Now, the soap I've got is a rather terrific sample from shave-dash.com. And actually, I'm just going to lather this up in my hand as we go along. I find strong smells quite difficult, so I was rather dubious about getting the eucalyptus and menthol soap. I've held off getting the Proraso Green for that reason. But I don't know, I was just looking at shave-dash.com and thought I'd go for it. What a nice soap this is by TFS. It lathers up beautifully, as you'll see in a moment. Lovely creamy soap. It's really very nice. So I'm quite excited today to be using the Mühle R41. It's a 2013 version. The 2011 version is apparently more aggressive. So Mühle redesigned the cap and the guard, making them both thicker to, really lock that blade in place. Apparently one of the issues with the 2011 version was that sometimes the blade would flick mid-shave, and of course it would cut you. So they fixed that in the 2013 version. Of course, I feel like I'm about 4 years behind, but seeing as there are always new people coming in to use traditional shaving methods, I guess in 25 years' time there will still be people wondering what the Mühle R41 is like to shave with. So today, chaps, it's my turn to find out what it's like. I got this very reasonably priced on a buy, sell and trade Facebook group that I'm part of, from Stephen Davey. But very pleased to be giving this a go today. I'm loving this little brush. Had some interesting suggestions for names. For the moment though, sticking with Cynthia. Just add a drop of water to that. It's a lovely smell on this soap. It's absolutely smashing. And what I like about it is that the menthol and the eucalyptus is not too strong. It's just enough. God, can you see the light flashing off the brush? Wonderful. I did think about using a feather blade with the R41, but I thought no, perhaps that would be going a bit too far. I'm very excited to be using this. It's a 64 gram razor. Very interestingly, on the Mühle website, it says that because of the special blade angle, it allows for a vigorous and very direct shave. So from the reviews and comments I've seen, that certainly is going to be the case. God, I like seeing it today. It's like a message from the gods. It's got a beautiful handle, look, beautiful knurled handle. It's very light, the handle. Very well balanced, it seems. The weight is in the head, more so. Yeah, nice. So we'll get going, eh? Enough of this chit-chatting. It also says to hold the skin taut at all times. You know, this is nice. This is very nice. Very nice indeed. It's not as aggressive as I would have imagined, to be honest. It is an aggressive razor, don't get me wrong, it's just not how I imagined. You build these things up in your mind, don't you? Very nice. And there's a lovely bit of history that goes with this razor, which I really, really like. You know, I like a bit of history. If you go through to the Mühle website, and I'll include the link for you in the description to their history page. It's absolutely fascinating. Oh, it's a bit there. The founder of Mühle was Otto Johannes Müller. And he started making brushes after the war in Germany. Now, you know, he had no money. no production plant or anything like that. It started in his back kitchen, where, you know, the bristles were boiled, the hair was processed to make his shaving brushes. What I find fascinating is that 3 generations on from those humble beginnings, the company is still going in the same area of Germany, still employing local people, and you know, that kind of thing really appeals to me. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It occurs to me as well that Otto set up his business and was from the Saxony area of Germany, which is the same area that the Kampf brothers were from, that emigrated to the US and started the Star company and produced the first US safety razor. So there's no doubt Germany, you know, in terms of manufacturing and in terms of razors particularly, you know, they've been world leaders, haven't they? Just out of interest, his surname Müller in English means miller, and I don't know if you've ever noticed, but the Müller logo is a mill. And that's what Müller stands for, mill. In those early times, of course, the brushes were delivered by horse and cart. And yeah, fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Right, second pass, chaps. Do you know, that first pass was great, really great. Very impressed with this. It's a really nice weight to hold. I mean, some of you guys will have been using this razor for years. You know, I've kind of missed out on something here, but this is a very nice shaving experience. Yeah, a little bit of further history about the Mühle factory, of course. After the war, Germany was split up. And Saxony was one of the areas that became part of the German Democratic Republic, East Germany. Now, in 1970, the Mühle factory was forced out of the owner's hands. They were forced to sell for very little money. And it wasn't until 1990, when the Berlin Wall came down and there was a rise against communism, that Otto's son, Hans-Jürgen Müller, was able to buy back the factory, and it was re-privatised. I mean, an absolutely fascinating period of history, a really interesting story. And apparently, during that state intervention, you know, it was running to the ground. And the original factory was called something like, I can't remember it, Factory Production 6 or something, you know. No, it's not a bad shave. It feels close, but I need to go against the grain a little bit here or across the grain. Lovely on the moustache area, that's really smooth. Against the grain there. I need to go that way there. So a few areas to go, but you know, it's feeling pretty good so far. I've been lathering in my hand for a few days. I've never done that before, but I tell you, with soap samples, you know, it's difficult to get them in your bowl sometimes, or it works really well for me. I actually quite like it. And then you've got loads of soap on your hands that you can rub into your face, and that becomes part of your first pass. Lathering, yeah, very good. So I hope you've had a good week, chaps. Mine hasn't been too bad. Spring is well on its way here, and typically we get a bit of sunshine and a bit of rain. But it's always nice to see the sun show its face again. Now let's go this way. I don't know if you saw on my comments section last week, but I had someone pretending to be Chris Bailey from ilather.com running my site down a little bit and inviting users over to his site, and it turns out that this was entirely false. I've been in communication with Chris. And with Stephen, who's a Suffolk shaver. He had a similar email to mine. So it seems that someone is just sending these emails around. Of course, it had a picture of Chris on it, so it looked at first glance as if it would come from Chris. And you know what? That person got reported straight away, so hopefully that'll be the end of that. Now, this way, wasn't it here? Oh, there we go, got it. Oh, I inadvertently put a bit of pressure on there. Could really feel the difference. No pressure is quite important. you know, I don't know why the light is reflecting so strongly off the equipment today. It's very strange. Well, I would say, if you're like me and you're a bit worried about getting a really, really aggressive razor, don't be put off. This is a really good razor. A little bit of a touch up there and there. And these areas that I'm just putting a drop of soap on, these are all my difficult areas. And there we go, that's got that. Very nice shave today, guys. I like this razor a lot. Just look at the knurling on the handle, by the way. It's really very nice. It's got the mill name written on the bottom, Mühle. Very nice. I like the way that the guard drops away to give the blade more exposure. Very cleverly designed razor. Really a nice blade. I've really enjoyed that shave today. That was really very good. I would like it to have been a little bit heavier all around, but you know, you can't have everything, can you, in life? So I'll just give my brush a little rinse. So I've got a question for you chaps, if you've watched this far in. I'm looking at new soaps. I've got a couple on order and I've tried a few samples and I've got some more over here. So my question to you is, out of all the soaps you use, what is your favourite? Hands down, your favourite. Which one? You know, if you could only have one soap for the rest of your life, what soap would you choose? That's the question. Simple as that. And hopefully your answers will give me some inspiration. Now today I'm going to use to go with my Eucalyptus and Menthol. Sorry, my brain's leaked out my ears. To go with my Eucalyptus and Menthol shaving soap, I'm going to be using my Proraso Eucalyptus and Menthol aftershave lotion. But I'm just going to properly rinse my face and put some cold water on there, and I will be back in 2 ticks. Oh, that feels good, man. That is a great shave again. Again, another great shave. God, wonderful. I've got a bit of sting in there and a little bit here, just on my troubled spots where I just went against the grain there. Nothing excessive. Now let's get the good stuff on. Wow, we got a bit of stinginess. Oh, just up there is stinging. Do you know what, fellas? I look good, I smell good, the day is good. Well, hey, nobody else is going to bang my drum for me, are they? That's my lot, fellas. I would really recommend this lovely razor. Now, I managed to pick this up for £12, so it was a real bargain. Keep a lookout for it. Really have enjoyed my shave with the wonderful Mühle R41, my little brush, Cynthia, lovely Proraso, all the good stuff today. It's all good. Until the next time I see you, I hope you have a really good week. I hope life is good to you. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you soon. Best wishes. Cheers.